Stress is something we all face, but what if you could handle it like a Navy SEAL? Staying cool under pressure, focused on the task at hand, and always performing at your best. The truth is, Navy SEALs don't have superhuman abilities. What they do have is an incredible mental toughness and a set of strategies that help them manage stress in life or death situations. These techniques don't just apply to military operations. They can be used by anyone to build resilience, conquer anxiety, and turn stress into an asset. Today, I'm going to walk you through how Navy SEALs handle stress and show you how you can use these same methods to change how you react to pressure in your own life. Stress, in many ways, is a universal experience. Whether you're running late to an important meeting or facing a dangerous mission, our bodies react to stress in similar ways. The body releases adrenaline, our muscles tense, and we enter a heightened state of alertness. However, in extreme environments, like those Navy SEALs often find themselves in, stress can reach an entirely different level. The environment they operate in is unpredictable and high stakes, requiring quick decision-making and perfect execution. The consequences of failure can be fatal, which is why their ability to control stress is critical. It's here, in these life and death situations, where their mental training truly comes into play. At its core, stress triggers the fight or flight response. This is the body's natural defense mechanism, designed to help us survive under threat. When faced with danger, our heart rate increases, senses sharpen, and we are prepared to take action. However, this same response can lead to panic, hasty decisions, and the inability to think clearly if not properly controlled. For Navy SEALs, stress is inevitable, but instead of avoiding it or letting it overwhelm them, they have learned to control and channel it. Rather than fearing stress, Navy SEALs embrace it as a powerful tool. Their intense training enables them to sharpen their focus, increase their awareness, and perform at their highest level, even under the most extreme conditions. Stress, in this context, drives them to execute missions flawlessly, as it enhances their problem-solving abilities, keeps them calm, and pushes them to reach their full potential. Through repetition and conditioning, Navy SEALs have mastered the art of thriving under pressure. They understand that mental toughness, developed through their approach to stress, is key to surviving and succeeding in the most challenging environments. One of the key reasons Navy SEALs are able to handle stress so effectively is because they've mastered specific techniques that help them stay calm under extreme pressure. These techniques aren't just for SEALs. They can be applied by anyone, anywhere, to improve how we manage stress. One of the most well-known methods is box breathing. This technique is simple but incredibly powerful. Box breathing is a method of controlled breathing that helps you regain control over your physiological responses when stress kicks in. When you're under stress, your heart rate spikes, your breathing becomes shallow, and your body enters fight or flight mode. Box breathing helps counteract this by resetting your body's rhythm. Here's how it works. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 4. Exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 4. And then pause for a count of 4. Repeat this cycle for a few minutes and you'll feel your heart rate slow down and your stress level decrease. Box breathing isn't just something SEALs use during intense missions. It's a technique you can use every day. Whenever you feel yourself becoming overwhelmed, take a moment to practice box breathing. It's a tool you can carry with you anywhere, in the car, at work, before an important meeting, and it will help you regain control of your mind and body. Another powerful method SEALs use is mental rehearsal. Before embarking on a mission, SEALs take time to mentally rehearse every detail of the operation. They imagine all possible scenarios, from the best to the worst, and plan out how they'll respond. This mental preparation helps them anticipate stress and keep calm when things don't go according to plan. Mental rehearsal works because it helps SEALs build familiarity with high-stress situations, so they can stay composed when they face them in real life. By visualizing potential challenges ahead of time, they're less likely to be caught off guard and more likely to respond with clarity and purpose. For example, you can use mental rehearsal to prepare for stressful situations in your own life. Whether it's a big presentation, a tough conversation, or an important decision, take some time before the event to visualize yourself staying calm and handling it successfully. This mental training will help you feel more confident and less anxious when the real moment arrives. Lastly, SEALs rely on the 40% rule to push through moments of intense stress. This rule is simple. When you think you're at your limit, you're only at 40% of your potential. The remaining 60% is all about mental toughness. The 40% rule is a reminder that we often have much more inside of us than we think, and it's our mindset that determines how far we can go. In Navy SEAL training, this principle is tested constantly. SEALs push their bodies to physical and mental extremes, constantly challenging themselves to go beyond what they thought was possible. They know that when they feel they can't go any further, it's just their mind telling them to stop. The reality is they have more endurance, strength, and focus left to tap into. For you, this means that when stress feels overwhelming or when you're on the verge of burnout, you can push yourself just a little further. Remember the 40% rule. When you feel like giving up, remind yourself that you're only getting started. You have more strength and resilience within you than you may realize. Before we dive in, if you're finding this content useful, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us bring more valuable content your way. Now that you know the techniques Navy SEALs use to manage stress, let's talk about how you can start using them in your own life. These methods are not just for warriors on the battlefield. They're for anyone looking to improve their mental toughness, reduce anxiety, and handle stress with greater ease. Let's start with box breathing. Whenever you find yourself in a stressful situation, maybe it's an overwhelming workload, a tight deadline, or an anxious moment before a big event, take a moment to practice box breathing. This is a simple yet effective way to center yourself and regain control over your thoughts and emotions. Start with just a minute or two of breathing, and you'll immediately feel the difference. Over time, you'll build a habit of calming yourself in moments of stress, making it easier to stay focused and perform well under pressure. Now, let's talk about mental rehearsal. Before facing a stressful situation, visualize yourself handling it with confidence and calm. Picture yourself going through the motions successfully from beginning to end. Imagine staying composed and focused no matter what happens. This mental preparation not only reduces anxiety, but it also trains your brain to respond more effectively when the real moment arrives. You can use mental rehearsal in all areas of your life. Whether it's a presentation at work, a challenging conversation with a colleague, or a personal challenge you're facing, taking a few minutes to mentally rehearse how you'll respond can help you feel more prepared and less stressed. And finally, the 40% rule. Next time you're feeling stressed, tired, or overwhelmed, remind yourself of the 40% rule. You still have more to give. Your potential is far greater than you think. Whether you're dealing with a tough workout, a challenging project at work, or just a demanding day, push yourself to keep going. You'll be surprised at how much further you can go when you tap into that extra 60%. So, to wrap things up, stress is something we all face, but how we respond to it makes all the difference. By using techniques like box breathing, mental rehearsal, and the 40% rule, you can train your mind and body to handle stress more effectively and stay calm under pressure. Navy SEALs have mastered these strategies, and they're available to all of us. By embracing stress rather than fearing it, you can build the mental resilience to tackle anything life throws your way. So start practicing these methods today and see how they can transform your ability to handle stress and perform at your best. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. How do you plan to use these Navy SEAL strategies to handle stress in your life? Let me know.